So here's the truth of it. You simply can't motivate somebody else. After all, as you and I know, it's hard enough to motivate ourselves to actually do things. You see, this is why, and I'd like to discuss whether or not motivation is either myth or magic. We need to think of motivation like this. We need to think of it that to motivate is a reflexive verb. It's only something we can do to ourselves. We can't do it to somebody else. I think of it in this way. Motivation is an inside job, but with outside consequences. Surely we can inspire somebody else by creating an atmosphere in which their self-motivation is triggered. But there are only three types of motivation. Number one, there's away motivation, trying to move away from a problem or perceived problem. Number two, towards motivation, wanting to move towards the pleasure, the gain, or something in the future that we perceive will be good for us. And number three is reflex. And reflex is a much longer topic because, of course, then we start to think about habits and how we trigger ourselves to do things on a regular basis. But for the moment, let's just take it as read that you can't motivate somebody else, you can inspire them. So when it comes to motivation, let's talk about those two major ones, away and towards motivation. Away motivation is only the catalyst for action. All it ever does is to push us into action. Let me give you an example. And this is one I've used for many years, but I think it really brings the point home. Let's say over there is a big block of ice, and you and I are stood by it, and we are motivated to move away because it's cold. So we start to move away, but of course, as we get away from the ice, now its effect upon us goes down. It diminishes, it reduces. So it no longer has a motivational impact upon us. We laugh in the face of ice, doesn't matter anymore. And we get into this middle area, which for some reason people call the comfort zone. Not comfortable at all. And unfortunately, a lot of people are living their lives constantly using away motivation. They don't want to be too cold, but they don't want to be too hot. They don't want to be too wealthy, but they don't want to be too poor. They don't want to be too fit, but they don't want to be too... You know what I mean? And they end up in this middle bit, the uncomfort zone, not the comfort zone. So that's away motivation. It is simply something that gets us going. Over the other side is towards motivation. So in this same metaphor, down there's a big block of ice, and over there's a good friend of ours who's got a drink of whatever we like to drink. He's got a great joke to tell us, and we are motivated to go towards, because there's the deal. Away motivation is the catalyst for action. Towards motivation is the continuation of action. That's what keeps us moving. That's why goal setting, goal achieving is just so important. It gives us a direction of travel. So how do we take this away? Well, quite simple. If you want to motivate yourself, it's a reflexive verb. So you can only motivate yourself, not somebody else. You can inspire others. But if you want to motivate yourself, this is what I do. I write down the reasons why I don't want whatever is over there and what I do want is over there. Then in my mind, I've got a big pile of reasons. So if you then think of what we call in the UK a seesaw, or in America it's called a teeter-totter, and you think it's on a pivot and it's on one arm like that, if we put ourselves on the one end and we get this big mental box with all the reasons why we don't want the problem and we do want the solution, and we slam it on this end, then we're going to get into action, aren't we? And not only are we going to get into action because of the away motivation, we're going to get into action and continue action because of the towards motivation. It's actually quite simple, isn't it? So is it a myth? No, actually it's magical, because once we get our motivation triggered, that's when we can achieve whatever we set out to achieve. I know when I'm helping people write and market their informational products, their knowledge, their experience, their expertise, often with books, and there's a link somewhere here, certainly to other videos, but also to my book writing course. Then one of the things they get stuck with is they get stuck completing. Why? Because they haven't got enough away motivation to keep them going, because they haven't moved the ice closer, or they haven't got enough towards motivation to keep them going in the towards direction. So I hope you've enjoyed that and you can take it away and use it. Certainly I've been using the idea throughout my life. I think it can make a real difference for you. Let me just fiddle about with the technology. Oh, there it is. There comes my strapline again. From me, Peter Thomson, I wish you every success in all your adventures in life. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.